The Pope's Exorcist stars Russell Crowe, who plays Gabriele Amorth, the Vatican's leading exorcist. It depicts Amorth's investigation into the possession of a child and uncovers a conspiracy that the Vatican has tried to keep secret. The movie claims to be based on Amorth's book An Exorcist Tells His Story and An Exorcist, More Stories. This immediately raises the question, how much of the story is true? As a Catholic and someone who has read Father Amorth's books, I'm in a position to discern if they're accurate. And what I want to do is consider various elements from the movie and determine if they are fact or fiction. Let's start out by asking, how do exorcists determine if someone is possessed? In the opening scene of the movie, it is claimed that a person who was seemingly possessed was able to speak in languages they've never studied before. This was seen as evidence for demonic possession. But is this true? Do exorcists use this as a criterion to determine whether someone is possessed or not? Actually, yes, this is fact. This is one of the criterion that exorcists use to determine whether or not somebody is actually possessed or perhaps faking it or maybe mentally disturbed. Several scenes in the movie also depict a possessed boy with supernatural strength and knowledge of events and information that the boy couldn't possibly have known. This is also fact. Possessed people also display supernatural strength and have knowledge of things like what a nearby person is hiding in their pocket or facts about an exorcist that nobody could have known. Other scenes show Father Amorth allowing himself to become possessed in exchange for the safety of others. And he even attempts to commit suicide by hanging himself in order to kill the demon possessing him. This is fiction. Father Amorth was never possessed, and no exorcist would strike a deal with a demon for the safety of others. Rather, exorcists rely on the power of Jesus to combat evil, not on bargains with devils. And for the record, there's no evidence Father Amorth ever attempted suicide. Another scene shows Father Amorth admitting that he plays along with some people who believe that they're possessed and uses some theatrics in order to help a mentally ill person get over their belief that they're possessed. This is fiction. Exorcists are trained to refer mentally ill people to healthcare providers in order to receive the proper treatment that they need. Under no circumstance are they allowed to reinforce a person's deception if they wrongly believe they're possessed. In fact, doing so can harm a person from receiving the proper care that they need. There's also an interesting scene where the Pope tells Father Amorth that it is only he who can solve a special case of demonic possession, which is the case the movie is about. Not only is this historical fiction, but the Catholic Church teaches that it is Christ who casts out demons through priests. The priest is merely the conduit through which Christ acts. But the priest himself is not the power behind the exorcism. This means any priest who has the authorization of his bishop to perform an exorcism can cast out a demon, since it's principally the power of Christ at work in an exorcism, not that of the priest. Now, in one scene, Father Amorth asks the mother of a possessed boy how he could have become possessed. The mother suggests it happened because the boy witnessed his father's tragic death. This is fiction. Though trauma may lead a person to become vulnerable to demons, in and of itself, such a trauma would not cause possession. Demonic possession normally occurs through practicing the occult, like using a Ouija board or performing a seance or practicing pagan rituals. In another scene, the demon possessing a boy says it possessed him in order to ruin his innocence. But can demons really possess children? This is actually fact. Though demonic possession is relatively rare, possession of a child is even more exceptional. However, in rare cases, this could happen. For instance, by parents dedicating their child to Satan in an occult ritual. The movie shows demons particularly despise the name of Jesus, hate the Virgin Mary, burn when a cross touches them, have an aversion to religious imagery, and use outrageous profanity. This is fact. Demons hate anything and everything that is good and holy, especially Jesus, since it is through him that death and Satan have been conquered. And they are the most vile of creatures, delighting in the worst things conceivable. It's curious that in the movie, Father Amorth tells a fellow priest that they need to find out the name of a demon possessing a child in order to successfully expel it. They discover the demon's name is Asmodeus, and eventually, though with great difficulty, banish the demon to the underworld. This is fact. In exorcisms, it is important to determine the name of the demon because knowing their name yields a certain authority and power over them. And for the record, the book of Tobit in the Bible describes the demon named Asmodeus. So this is a real demon depicted in the movie, although the movie incorrectly identifies him as the king of the underworld. In another scene, Father Amorth tells a fellow priest that prayers in Latin are more effective for casting out demons. This is fiction. Though some exorcists erroneously make this claim, others would disagree with them. Moreover, it doesn't account for the fact that there are numerous Catholic priests from various rites in the Catholic Church who do not use Latin and are successful in casting out demons. It also ignores that Jesus, during his own ministry, used Aramaic to cast out demons. Every movie has to have a good conspiracy theory, especially those involving the Catholic Church. And as one can expect, the Pope's Exorcist centers around a conspiracy involving, wait for it, the Spanish Inquisition. In the movie, Father Amorth discovers that Satan started the Spanish Inquisition. It's also asserted that the Vatican knew about this, and it engaged in a good old-fashioned cover-up to hide the fact.
The Church has fought against this demon before. The Vatican covered it up.
This is fiction. There's no evidence for a Vatican cover-up of the Spanish Inquisition or for Satan having established it. Now, if you're looking for a movie that's about real events from the life of Father Amorth, you'll be severely disappointed. But if you're looking for the occasional jump scares, stereotypical elements found in every Exorcist movie, and a mostly made-up story, and of course, the occasional conspiracy theory, then congratulations, your wildest dreams have come true. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Hit the like button and the subscribe button. And if you want to support this channel, go to patreon.com/reasonandtheology. Also, don't forget to go to reasonandtheology.com to check out my new free ebook, Church Chaos. God bless.